For decades, if things get a little tough around Tucson, only two words are necessary: bear down. And that's what the Arizona Wildcats hope to do in front of their homestanding fans today. Not going to risk a return here, he'll make the fair catch. The Wildcats offense takes the field. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Going up top on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
They go to the draw. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Wolverines offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Banks. Fires to the big fella. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Looking for a block. It's Sims. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Give to the running back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Scanning the field, it's Banks. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. On target over the middle. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Ball is at the 42-yard line. Close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Plows through the defense. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
He's got it on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Got his man quickly. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Kingsbury. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your
time to take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Hand off from the shotgun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football. even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that one.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Unloads quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Going to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. They'll run play action. Unloads it left. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Well, they're going with a run-pass option. Look, they're trying to get that first down. They hand it off, just not able to get it. It was a nice effort by the back, but ultimately now forcing 4th and short. And if I'm on offense, I think I'm staying on the field and going for this again.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and it's not able to come up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Banks. He makes the connection. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered.
The expressway is wide open. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got plenty.
And Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires on the move. Makes a connection. You know, and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll send out the kicker here. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over LSU. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Robbins. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big plays.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. To the ground with the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. Got some room headed to the goal line. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arizona. Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so his first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
Pretty good job of running to get through there to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the 2nd level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
To the air, it's Robbins. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Marks. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Quick pass on the jet motion. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
From the gun, give on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'll try the run. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is. and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Robbins. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. It's a draw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Takes his shot. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to pass. It's Banks. Gets away. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. A fair catch called for and made. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. A first down for the offense. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking to throw, it's Banks. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Presley. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Flips it out in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Back to throw, it's Robbins. He's going to run it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Arizona comes out with another 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Live by the blitz and get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Arizona. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Got the quick pass. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting the conversion.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him today.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. He wants to throw it again. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover. And defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Throws to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need to stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
That play could not have happened at a better time if you're this defense. You're trailing by 1 possession. You need to find a way to steal it, and they get the interception. Here we go. An opportunity now to at least go down and tie the game.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Back to throw, it's Banks. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Wolverines! What a grab and go for the score.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time, and get in a position to win.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. They go to the ground. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the catch past the sticks. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Looking for a man. It's Robbins. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the 1st down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion of that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for them there.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback will audible. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Looking to take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Arizona. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kingsbury. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to throw, it's Banks. Coming after it. Blasted as he lets it go. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese